Tiffany Henyard. My name is Tiffany Henyard. I'm here to tell you my story, one that I never expected to have to tell. A story that's full of pain, betrayal, and ultimately, a fight for justice. For the past few years, my life has been consumed by something I didn't do. I've been accused of crimes I never committed, and I've spent every waking moment trying to clear my name. And the reason I'm speaking out today is because I believe the FBI set me up. They framed me for a crime that I had no involvement in, and I'm determined to prove my innocence. This is my story, and this is my fight. Tiffany Henyard. In 2022, I was just a regular person living my life. I had a job, a family, and I was focused on the things that matter most to me. I never thought that one day my life would be turned upside down, but that's exactly what happened. The FBI came for me with accusations that I never saw coming. And they didn't just accuse me. They tried to make my life disappear. They tried to erase everything I've worked for, everything I stand for. They made sure I was painted as a criminal before I even had a chance to defend myself. But I'm still here, and I'm still fighting for the truth to come out. Tiffany Henyard. They say the truth will always come to light, but in my case, the truth has been overshadowed by lies and manipulation. From the very beginning, when I was arrested, I knew something wasn't right. The evidence they presented against me didn't make sense. The charges didn't fit the person I am. But even then, I was forced into a system that was already set against me. It didn't matter what I said. It didn't matter what evidence I had to show that I was innocent. The FBI had already made up their minds about me, and I was just another person they were willing to sacrifice in the name of their so-called justice. Tiffany Henyard. That's what they want. Control. They wanted to control my life, control my narrative, and make sure I was labeled as a criminal. The minute they arrested me, the media jumped on it. They painted me as guilty without even knowing who I was or what I stood for. The headlines were already written, and they were already calling me a criminal. That's what's so dangerous about this system. Once they decide you're guilty, they stop caring about the truth. It doesn't matter if you're innocent. They just want to secure a conviction, and they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Tiffany Henyard. But I'm not backing down. I can't. If I let them win, then they're going to keep doing this to others. This isn't just my fight. It's the fight for everyone who has ever been wrongly accused, who has ever been forced into a system that doesn't care about the truth. And I believe that if I keep speaking out, if I keep fighting, maybe I can make a difference. Maybe I can show people that they don't have to just accept the lies the system tells them. Tiffany Henyard. I was arrested in 2022 on charges I didn't even understand. They said I was involved in a conspiracy, that I was a part of something much bigger than myself. But when I heard the charges, when I heard the accusations, I was completely blindsided. I had no idea what they were talking about. I wasn't involved in any crime, and I had nothing to do with the people they were accusing me of working with. But it didn't matter. Once the FBI had me in their sights, they didn't care about the facts. They just wanted to make sure I was guilty. Tiffany Henyard. The day they came to arrest me is a day I will never forget. The way they barged into my home, treated me like I was a criminal, handcuffing me in front of my family, was terrifying. I remember feeling this deep sense of helplessness. I had done nothing wrong, and yet there I was, being dragged away as if I was some kind of monster. I was confused, scared, and in complete disbelief. How could this be happening? Why was this happening to me? Tiffany Henyard. But that fear quickly turned into anger. I realized that the system wasn't about to let me go without a fight. The FBI had their sights set on me, and they were going to make sure I paid. And that's when I knew. If I wanted to get out of this, if I wanted to prove my innocence, I had to fight with everything I had. I had to find a way to expose the lies they were feeding to the world. Tiffany Henyard. As my case went to trial, the evidence they presented was nothing short of questionable. They claimed they had all this proof against me, but when I looked at the evidence myself, I saw holes, big holes. The timelines didn't match, the key details were missing, and the people they accused me of working with were not even people I knew. It felt like they were trying to build a case against me, but they didn't care if it made sense or not. They just needed a conviction, and they were willing to go to any lengths to get it. Tiffany Henyard. But I kept going. I kept pushing. I knew the only way out of this was to keep fighting. I started reviewing every document, every piece of evidence, every report, and I started finding more and more things that didn't add up. The FBI had fabricated parts of the investigation, misled the public, and twisted the truth to suit their narrative. They made it look like I was part of something criminal, but I wasn't, and I wasn't going to let them get away with it. Tiffany Henyard, when I was convicted, I didn't give up. I appealed. I didn't care how long it would take or how hard it would be. I had to keep fighting, and I still am. Every day, I'm working with my legal team, pushing for a reinvestigation, asking for accountability, demanding that the truth come out. I can't let them win. I can't let them get away with this. Tiffany Henyard, what's terrifying is knowing that this could happen to anyone, that there are people out there who are wrongly accused, people who don't have the resources or the platform to speak out. That's why I'm here. I'm speaking out for them. I'm speaking out for everyone who has ever been in a situation like mine, who has been treated like a criminal when they've done nothing wrong. I'm speaking out because I believe the truth matters, and I believe that if enough of us stand up, if enough of us demand change, we can expose the flaws in the system. Tiffany Henyard, I've lost so much throughout this ordeal. Friends, family, my reputation, my peace of mind. But I haven't lost my belief in the truth. I haven't lost my belief in justice, and I'm not going to stop until I get it. I'm not going to stop until the FBI is held accountable for what they did to me, for the lies they've spread about me, and for the lives they've destroyed in the process. Tiffany Henyard, if you're watching this, I want you to understand something that is really important to me. This fight, this entire battle I'm in, it's not just about me. It's not just about the injustice that's happened to me personally. No, this is much bigger than that. This is about everyone who has ever been mistreated, everyone who's ever been falsely accused, who's ever had their life turned upside down because of lies or because someone in a position of power decided to make them a scapegoat. This is about all of us. Every single person who's been wronged by a system that was supposed to protect them, but instead turned its back. That's what this fight is about. Tiffany Henyard, you see, what happened to me isn't just my story. It could happen to anyone. It could happen to you, to your loved ones. People are wrongly accused every single day, and their voices go unheard. What if they don't have the resources to fight back? What if they're like me, overwhelmed by a system that's bigger than them? A system that doesn't care about the truth, but only about securing a conviction, about closing a case. That's the reality many face, and it's one that's not talked about enough. And I won't stand by and let that continue. Tiffany Henyard, I've been through so much during this journey. There were times when I thought I wouldn't make it out, times when the weight of everything I was going through felt like it was too much to bear. The media's portrayal of me, the lies that were spread, the isolation from friends and family. Sometimes it felt like I was fighting an invisible war. There were moments when I felt like no one was listening, like the truth was buried under so many false narratives. But the truth, no matter how much they try to bury it, is powerful. And I knew that I couldn't let them win. I couldn't let them dictate the rest of my life based on lies. That's why I kept going, even when everything inside me told me to give up. I couldn't stop fighting. Tiffany Henyard, when I say this fight isn't just about me, I'm speaking for everyone who's ever had their life stolen away by false accusations. Everyone who has had their name dragged through the mud. Everyone who's been left to fight on their own, hoping for justice to show up. The reason I'm here today speaking to you, telling you my story, is because I want to bring attention to this. I want to expose the corruption that I believe exists in the system, because I know that it's not just me who's been wronged. If I can help even one person find their voice, if I can show others that there is hope, that they don't have to just accept whatever the system tells them, then I've done something right. If I can shed light on the truth behind my story, maybe it will help prevent someone else from going through the same hell that I have. Tiffany Henyard, what I've learned through all of this is that the truth doesn't always come easy. And sometimes, the truth takes time. The fight for justice is not always a quick one, and there are no guarantees that things will work out the way we hope. But one thing I do know is that no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, I will not stop fighting. I've been through hell, yes, but I'm still standing. I am still here, still pushing forward because I know I'm innocent. I know the truth will come out. Tiffany Henyard, there were days when I wanted to just collapse under the pressure. There were days when the emotional and mental toll of everything I was going through seemed too much to carry. But each time I felt like giving up, I remembered something important. I have to keep fighting. I can't let the lies stand. I can't let them take away my freedom, my future, and my peace of mind. The stakes are too high, not just for me, but for everyone who has ever been falsely accused, for everyone who's ever been silenced by the power of the system. That's why I continue to push forward. Tiffany Henyard, the truth matters. It matters not only for me, but for the integrity of the justice system as a whole. If we let the system get away with this, if we let them continue to ruin innocent lives for their own agenda, what happens next? How many more people will suffer in silence, unable to speak out because they don't have the power, the platform, or the resources to defend themselves? That's why I'm speaking now. This isn't just about clearing my name, it's about sending a message. It's about standing up and saying, no more. No more will innocent people suffer like this. No more will the truth be buried under lies. And I will keep fighting to make sure that message is heard. Tiffany Henyard, I can't do this alone. This fight needs all of us. If we want to change the way things work, if we want to ensure that justice is truly served for everyone, regardless of their status or resources, then we all need to stand together. I know that this fight won't be easy. There will be more challenges ahead, and there will be more obstacles to overcome. But I'm not going to let that stop me. I've come this far, and I will keep going because I know that justice is worth fighting for. I know that the truth is worth fighting for. Tiffany Henyard. So, as you watch this, I ask you to remember one thing. Don't let them silence you. Don't let them convince you that your voice doesn't matter, that the truth doesn't matter. Because it does. Your story matters. Your truth matters. And we all deserve the chance to be heard. I will keep fighting. I will keep pushing for the truth because I know in my heart that it will come to light. And when it does, I will make sure that every person who has ever been wrongly accused gets the chance to tell their own story too. Together, we can create a world where justice is for everyone. Tiffany Henyard, this fight isn't over. I'm still standing. And I will keep standing, no matter what. Because the truth will always rise, and I will make sure it does. Tiffany Henyard, thank you so much for listening to my story. If my words have resonated with you, if you believe in justice and the power of truth, I urge you to share this video with others. The more people who hear the truth, the stronger our collective fight becomes. Together, we can make a difference. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to stay updated on my journey. This fight isn't just mine, it's for all of us. And your support means the world to me. Let's keep pushing for justice. Thank you.